My 26F husband, 33M, uses the same mop water for weeks, and refuses to stop. My husband has only a few household tasks. One of them that he took on is mopping the floors. He has a bucket full of water, maybe 3 gallons, he will use to mop. He puts 2 or 3 cups of pine sol in the bucket, and then fills it up. When he is finished mopping, he will put the mop inside the bucket, and put the bucket on the porch. He uses the water until I throw it away. The water is often black when I throw it out. He will use the same water to clean up messes. If the dog pees on the floor, he mops it up and then puts the bucket of water back on the porch. This is a major source of contention between us because I think it is incredibly gross. We have gotten into screaming arguments when he has caught me throwing out the mop water. He says the water is fine because the pine sol sterilizes it, and that he worked as a janitor before, and he's insulted that I think he doesn't know how to clean a floor. I cleaned a whole school for years, and you think I don't know how to clean a regular floor? I have offered to do it myself, but he sees it as an insult to his abilities. Today I stepped into the kitchen and noticed that the entire floor felt grimy and sticky. He was sitting at the table and told me, "The dog peed, so I thought I'd just do the whole floor." I asked him if he bothered to change out the black water he's been using. He said no. This started a fight, of course. I told him that he made the floors filthy and that I, 3 months pregnant, didn't want to expose myself to whatever diseases are growing in the water, and I would be doing all the mopping from now on with Bona, because we have hardwood floors. He told me he might as well not be in the house because clearly I don't respect any of his choices. He got his keys, got in the car, and drove off. He was gone for hours. Came back and isn't talking to me. I feel like I'm going crazy. Is the pine sol actually sufficient? Am I making something huge out of nothing? How am I supposed to fix this when I feel like I've tried to and it hasn't worked? TL. Doctor. My husband uses dirty mop water for weeks. He won't use different water or throw it out, and gets offended when I tell him I'll do it. Don't know what to do. Nope. Eventually the bacteria takes over. Putting it outside makes it worse. Honestly, I'd toss out the bucket and mop and buy a spray mop with pads. If he goes into a tirade, then it's time to rethink this relationship. This can't be the only time you two have this type of bizarre power struggle. Though, his method sounds gross. Even if pine sol did kill everything, there's still dirt in the water that you're spreading all over your floor again. Like you said elsewhere that you both work and you do most of the chores. But he says he's the only one who cleans around your house. I'm getting a sense of someone who's an to you in other ways. 2. Buy a steam mop with washable pads. His method is disgusting and unsanitary. Throw the mop out. Personally, I'd drive it to the nearest dumpster so he can't use it again behind your back. He's an and absolutely wrong. I mean, it is basically toilet water if you mop up pee and then just store it to spread it around on the floor later. This is not sanitary and you are not wrong. Why does he want to save a bucket of dirty water? Also 23 cups of pine sol? Have the water tested. If he's going to keep acting like you're the crazy one, this whole post is insane tbh. Then force the issue with facts. You're doubting he can clean because he can't. You know this is disgusting. How he cannot is unbelievable. Get the water tested and show him the results. A restaurant would be shut down for this, as would a hospital. God, I feel sorry for the kids in the schools when he was a janitor. How does it not stink? I don't like when terms are overused, but this is weaponized incompetence. He is a 33-year-old man who can feel the grime on the floor. He doesn't care because either he actually doesn't want to do it or he's too childish to admit he's wrong about something. Both? What are his other chores? Does he pull his weight around the house? You're pregnant and he's exposing you and your pet's to a pee-covered disgusting floors. When the baby comes and crawls everywhere it'll be even worse. Will he listen then, or will he not care because he knows you are responsible enough not to let everyone get sick? Please have a serious conversation with him. It's cleaning now. But what happens when he disagrees with something the kid needs to be safe? Will he just disregard everything you say then too? Why does he want to use old water? Does he save his bath water and bathe in it for weeks? The real question is why you think having a child with someone like this is a good idea. Girl, you need to throw him out. I almost threw up in my mouth reading your post, and I used to clean the bathrooms at Costco. This is incredibly unsanitary that I'm worried you might pick up some nasty unnamed disease. Is he going to reuse the same baby wipe for weeks because it still has clean spots? You should hire a professional cleaner at this point. Explain to them ahead of time what your soon-to-be ex, I hope, husband was doing. They should know how nasty this floor really is. Face vomiting, face vomiting, face vomiting, face vomiting. Ew, why would you have a baby with someone so absolutely nasty? Why are men? This sounds unbelievably unsafe, and I cannot even begin to fathom why your husband would think this is remotely okay. I go out of my way to let the mop head completely dry out in between, and sometimes even that doesn't seem like enough. Emo. I also purposely buy the styles of mop you can put in the washing machine. Okay, 2 thoughts. 1. Have him come to an OB appointment so the doctor can say whether it does disinfect enough to be safe for the baby. Spoiler, it does not. And 2. Bear with me here. Is there any sort of janitor's union or certification or something? Something along the lines of maybe that used to be the case but they've updated the recommendations? If he is serious about his janitorial experience and knowledge being right, maybe there's a way to acknowledge his expertise. Let him save face and still get him to change his mind. Before you come at me, consider that sometimes it pays to focus more on what's effective versus being right. Maybe it's asinine, but most people aren't in a position to just throw away a partner, even if they wanted to. Can't you just get a clean cloth and wipe the floor after he's mopped it and show him how dirty it is? Sometimes men need to be shown. What an idiot. Take a sterile swab and plate that on a petri dish and incubate it. Bacteria will grow. Disgusting. There's people out there with this ignorant mindset and they are responsible for sanitizing an environment? Barf. Nope, that gross. OOOF. Yeah, throw him out. The place will be a lot cleaner. And for the lawn, a neighbor might do it for a few bucks. Think of all the energy you will save. That's disgusting. I don't care if he was a janitor, because clearly he sucks at it job and doesn't understand how pine sol and germs work.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.